morning, everyone. It is 9:18 a.m. right now. We got here at about like 8:45. We are at Robert's aunt's house right now. We're picking up her Jeep. That's Robert back there behind me. We have to take separate cars, obviously, because we both have to be at the house. But he is taking his aunt's Jeep because she needs her brakes fixed. So that's what we're gonna do right now. We only had like 4 hours of sleep, but it's okay. We're gonna get through it. So yeah, we're both gonna go home right now, and then he's gonna fix the brakes. So we'll see you when we get home.
All right, we are now home. I got all the tools out, and we got the brake pads. And I chose these brake pads just because they were the best that O'Reilly's had. And there's different types of brake pads. I don't want to get into too much detail about it because it would take probably a whole video. So this is the ones that we're going to be using today. So let's get started. Alright, so I put gloves on just because this is where it starts to get dirty. Alright, so now since the wheel is off, we have to take this thing off, which is actually the brake caliper. So what you guys are looking at is the back side of the caliper. I'm starting here because there's actually 2 bolts that I need to take off before I can actually take the caliper off the rotor. So let's get to it. Alright, so as you saw, I got the caliper off, and these are actually what we're going to be replacing. These are the brake pads. So since I'm changing the brake pads, I'm going to sand the rotors, but usually you would take it to a mechanic shop and they would turn the rotors. That's what it's called. Basically, they take a little layer off of the rotors and make a new surface layer for the brake pad so they could break in and wear down evenly. And to get all the dust off of the rotors, you should spray it with brake cleaner. So these are the old brake pads, and as you can see, these are the new ones. But before putting these on, I'm actually going to spray them with this. And this basically helps prevent the brakes squeaking and chattering. And chattering basically means just a little vibration sound. Alright guys, so as you can see, the caliper did not go on, and that's not a problem. It's supposed to do that because as you're using the brakes, they wear down after a while, so the caliper closes more, and when you put new brake pads, obviously there's more material, so you have to open it back up. There's actually different types of brake calipers too. This one is piston driven, so I'm gonna have to compress it to basically close, or I guess open, so I can make it wider so that it fits over these brake pads. And I just want to remind you guys that this is not my profession, so everything I'm showing you is what works for me. It might not be the right way. Obviously I know that because I went to mechanic school, but we don't have all the tools in the world, so we got to do what works for us. Now it fits. Alright, so this one's done. I'm gonna put it back together, and then I have to repeat the process on every other brake pad I'm gonna change. And I forgot to mention that when you're actually putting bolts on, you should always check the torque spec because almost every bolt has one, and that basically means there's a certain tightness that you should tighten the bolt to. But the rule of thumb is that if you're not going to do it to the torque spec, you should at least do it snug, not super tight, but just snug. And when tightening lug nuts, there's actually a pattern that you should follow. If it's a 5 lug, you should do a star pattern. So basically, if you start here, you would do this one next, then this, and then this one. And basically what that does is make sure that the tire goes on evenly and doesn't mess up the bolts or the nuts. But this one is missing one, so I would do this one next. Alright, so I'm done changing the brake pads. I put all the tools away, and now I'm going to actually test drive it to make sure everything works fine. And then I'll give my aunt a call so she could pick up the car. Works perfect.
Alright guys, it is now about probably like 4 p.m. It's been a few hours. We are going to be taking Clyde to obedience training. So we're going to go and watch that with his parents, and then we're going to edit at the same time so that we can get everything done. He is huge and he's not even 1 yet, so... Hi Meatball! Oh my god. He's already like pooped just from...
I didn't do anything.
Woohoo! Alright, so we just made it. It's at this dog park in Silver Lake, and there's a lot of dogs there, so this will be really interesting, and he's very excited. Alright, bye Clyde! So we just dropped him off with the trainer, and then I guess he has an hour alone with the trainer, and then we meet back to like talk about it and stuff, so cool. So in the meantime, we're gonna sit in this little park and edit so that we can upload today.
What time is it? Is it 1 hour?
It is 4:41.
So you gotta tell your sister way later.
How did you
Oh my god, the way he's sitting.
Good. Look at him.
You did good.
Oh.
Hi baby.
Don't look at him.
Which is good.
Yeah.
Because
Hi,
we want him
baby.
to do this, the commands.
He's so cute. Look at his fat booty. His fat little booty. Alright, we're gonna go home now, and I think we learned a few things about what we can try with Tyson, because I mean he's a little bit aggressive with other dogs and walks really terribly, so we learned a few things that we can use on him too, so.
We learned to always bring a jacket too, because it's cold.
Oh my god, it's so cold right now, I don't know why. But yeah, anyways, we're going home, and I think we're gonna eat some dinner. We're all very hungry, so I'm very excited. The amount of times I say very excited in my videos is a little concerning. You look so funny, look at him. Good kitty.
Scratchy, scratchy.
Anyways, Robert has fallen asleep. I was just playing with Tyson while I waited for the vlog that was supposed to go up earlier, but we were busy today, so we didn't get to finish editing quite yet. I just shared it onto the computer though, so I'm gonna go ahead and start the upload right now. Tai Tai's just over here being cute, as always. Oh no. Here we go. Oh god. Did I embarrass you? I'm sorry. Oh, okay. It's so funny because right now he like won't stop playing with this toy. He wants to play fetch. But it's funny because this is the first time he's ever even played with this toy. So I'm like, okay. Like, I even gave him a toy that he really, really likes, and he didn't want to play with that. He wanted to play with this. Hey, what? I did not tell you you could come up here, but I guess whatever. I'm trying to upload, and apparently he just has to do this right here. Like, come on, dude. No. He's pressing all the keys. Alright, well, I am super tired. The video is uploaded. Finally, I have just been watching Sabrina series, the Sabrina the Teenage Witch series on Netflix. Well, the new version, I guess. And it was making me really sleepy. So I'm gonna go to bed and I'm gonna say goodnight. So thank you for watching. Bye!